This is a short recording to show you how to use Sage Math or CoCalc, an online mathematics environment, to do some problems for our course. Here I've logged into CoCalc.com and created an account for myself, and this is what I see after I create that account. It asks me to create a project. So I'm going to click here, create a new project. I'm going to give it a project title. I'm going to call it Calc 3 Homework. The project is created. I'm going to click on the name of the project, and it'll ask me to create some files. We just need to create one. So here you can click here, create or upload a file, or you can click here on the new. So the name of the file is automatically populated here with a date timestamp. Let's call this Homework 02 Problems. And then we're going to click on Sage Worksheet. Now make sure your browser is wide enough so you see all this. If your browser is too narrow, you might not see these things. These are really helpful. So Homework 2 asks you to be doing things with parametric equations and parametric curves, namely visualizing and plotting. So what you should do is go to this tab here on plotting graphics, click on it, and choose parametric. And it'll populate this with some code. So the command it's going to execute is called parametric plot. And there's parentheses here and a close parentheses here. And inside it are the arguments. So the first arguments are the functions. So here's the expression for the x function. Here's the expression for the y function. You'll want to change these according to the problem. Here's the domain of the parameter. In this case, x is going from 0 to 8 pi. You'll want to change this according to your problem. And these are some options you're free to play with. I'd suggest for what we're doing for homework 2 at least, you can get rid of the true, the fill equals true. So let's just look and see what the default curve looks like. So to plot it, you can click on Run. It'll take CoCalc a second to think because it's using free servers online. And here's the parametric curve. Okay, suppose you're done and you want to turn this in with a homework assignment. So that means you'll have to create a PDF, print it out, and turn it in with your homework papers. There's a button right here for doing exactly that, convert to PDF. So click on that. It'll tell you what to do. Don't worry about clicking these buttons. And click Generate PDF. I've got pop-ups blocked, but I can just click here. And here's an output of the Sage Math workbook I created. So what you would do is that instead of putting the default parametric curve in there, you'd put your curve in there for your problem. Let's go back one more time. We'll close this. So suppose you want to do another problem. Well, let's click down here. And we're going to plot parametric. It fills it in with the same thing. So I think this fill stuff, I don't recommend you do that. And let's say we want to do a different curve. Let's say x squared. By now you know what that's going to look like. Let's run that command. Oh, that looks weird. That's not what we expected. We expected to see a parabola. Well, that's because the domain we chose was dumb. Let's change it to something less dumb and rerun it. There, that's what we expected. Good? All right. So we could go and convert this all to a PDF, download that, print it out, turn it in with our homework. That's great. But it would be hard for somebody, me, Dr. Miller, to read. So let's do this. Go up to line 1, and I'd say, type this. # problem A. So the # tells the computer not to think of that line as a computer command. Okay, so you can say problem A, and then if you wanted to, you could type in what you're doing in the problem, like you might if you were handwriting something. + plotting the parametric curve for the given function. All right. Let's do that down here. Let's put in a label here to make it easy for the grader me. Fix that. Okay, so we added these things to make it easier for a reader to understand what we're doing. Let's go and look at see what the PDF looks like. All right, click on the link because I've got pop-ups blocked. So there you see the text I added. Oh, and the text I added there. So this is a good stand-in for the numbering to make it clear what problem you're working on. And that should be enough to get you by to use CoCalc.com as a way to do problems that require you to use technology. And we'll talk more about this. If you got any questions, email me or ask in class.